This podcast contains mature language. Listener discretion is advised.
House of Crit presents The Lost Mine of Phandelver, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons adventure podcast. Chapter 3, Goblin Fury. All right, Sildur looks around and sees the bodies of the goblins strewn about the small cave that you guys are currently in. Looks at the three of you and says, "Well, it's about time you got here."
Well, we just found you by accident, technically.
We came into some of your trouble on the road.
Did you find Gundren?
Unfortunately, no. We were hoping that you could tell us what happened to him.
They grabbed him and the map that he was carrying. We got waylaid. It happened fast. We both went down. I blacked out. I woke up in here.
Do you know how long was it between you getting caught and then waking up in this area?
Well, how long have you guys been here?
Since yesterday.
Then it's been about 2 days.
It happened right before we got there.
If we give you directions back to the cart, do you think that you could find your way back there? And kind of stash yourself in with the rest of the goods?
You see him kind of right himself, kind of rotate his shoulders, and you see this man's been pretty battle hardened over the years. He looks around, grabs one of the goblin's scimitars, picks it up, kind of gives it a flurry, and he goes, "Yeah, I should be pretty good.
Okay.
You guys took care of the guards and everything, right?"
As far as we know, yes.
All right. Yes.
I give him directions back to the cart.
He goes, "All right, well, there's 3 in here. I have no idea how many were in there. I'm guessing a total of a dozen of them were here. From what I could see out of one eye. Hopefully you guys took care of most of them."
Does it seem like maybe it's an amount of time since the scuffle that we just had and maybe other guards could have hurt? And do we hear anything coming back?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. It's been maybe at most 5 minutes since the battle subsided.
Perception is 21.
21. You hear no movement sounds. You hear no voices not coming from the 4 of you. Given that high of a check, you can, if you kind of cock your ear to the side a little bit, you can still hear the faint trickle of the stream through the cavern there. And every once in a while you hear just a slight metallic clink that you think might be the chains on the wolves closer to the entrance.
I would say we did take out about a dozen from the ambush site to the front of the cave to the 4 or 5 that were inside the cave.
There were only
That's
3
6.
inside.
So
That's
there's
6 total.
There was
6
4,
and then 7, 8, 9.
because there was 4 at the ambush that we killed,
Right, we killed 3 at the ambush.
and then we chased the last one.
Right, and then it was 3 at the ambush,
3 in the
3,
front.
3 outside of the cave,
Yep.
and then the 3 up here.
That's
Yeah.
a big number, though.
Yeah, so that's at least 9 to 10 that we've already killed.
They're usually not disorganized, are they?
Not normally, no. This, given the fact that they seem to be coordinating, leaves me a little troubled.
Did it seem like they knew you were coming, or like they were waiting for you?
They were waiting for us.
You think they were
Over.
following orders?
They were following orders from somebody named Clark, who himself had orders from someone called the Black Spider.
Have we heard of them? Black Spider or Clark? Being from such a big city?
Go ahead, give me let's say a history check.
History check would be a 9.
A 9. You have no idea who these people might be. You've never heard these names before.
I look to soldiers. Do you know if Gundren or yourself has told anybody else about the shipment that's supposed to be coming through? I mean, obviously, I know because, I work with Gundren. These gentlemen know because you hired them to help escort the goods. Is there anybody else that could have possibly betrayed us?
The wagon is going to Barathon's provisions in Phandelver, so Barathon would know. It's a small town from what I know, so usually in small towns word travels fast. But, I mean, there's no one in town that I know of who would be coordinating a group of goblins.
But why would they keep you alive? They would just kill you right there and take whatever you have.
That I don't have an answer for. They seem more interested in Gundren than me. And in particular, the map that Gundren had.
So they knew about the map. Do you know anything about that, Kismet?
I know nothing about a map. I was just bringing these goods.
Do I believe him?
Believe whom?
Kismet.
I don't know. Do you believe Kismet? Make an insight check.
What kind of condition was Gundren in when you last saw him?
Real quick, what did you roll?
8.
8?
Yeah. Yeah.
You believe him intrinsically.
Got it.
With your life, in fact.
What about this other gentleman, Solder?
He seems very forthright and honest.
So
Go ahead.
what kind of health was Gundren in when you last saw him? Was he beaten as much as you were, or could he have been kind of...
Gundren was beaten pretty bad last I saw him, but they dragged him off through the cave over there, and he gestures to this cave over here that you know leads to that kind of wooden walkway over the stream.
Little bridge.
There should be one body right there. Right? He didn't fall into the river?
No, the goblin that you killed up there just slumped up against the bridge. It should still be there.
Okay, we should hurry up. So if you want to give Solder the directions, while I go and stay on the bridge just in case.
Okay, and just in case we're being listened to, I'm going to lean into him and I'm going to speak relatively softly and give him the directions back to the cart.
Okay. Yeah, you see him. He's listening intently. He gives you just a little kind of fist bump on the shoulder. He said, "Thanks. I'll meet you guys at the cart."
Don't mind the wolf.
You neglected to mention anything about a wolf.
There's 3 of them, but they've been fed by goblins. Literally.
They've been fed goblins.
Got it. Yeah.
I like the way you 3 operate. All right. Good luck. I'll meet you back there. And you see him kind of slowly, stealthily start moving down that narrow passageway. And he gets about... You hear him, his feet hit the water, and stumbles a little bit. And he kind of heads back towards you guys. He says, it's pitch black in here. Do any of you have a torch or anything I could possibly borrow? Any sort of light?
I'll walk him out. I'll meet you guys back over here by the beginning of where the bridge is.
I'm actually gonna go to the body right here, and I'm gonna grab him and bring it back into the alcove area.
Okay, so you drag the goblin back.
As carefully as possible, just making a lot of noise, and just start dragging him.
Okay.
How about I help you and I just...
Yeah, I motion for Grenton.
Or you go, hey, can you grab the guy, and I'll just pick him up.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, and normally you helping would give advantage, but you both are wearing clanking armor.
So normal.
So yeah, it sort of evens out here.
10.
10. All right. You're pretty sure you were able to kind of silently drag the body back. Few scuffs, the sounds here and there, but you're pretty confident.
I mean, it's a goblin cave, whatever these people are. So there is bound to be noises.
And while that's going on, you were taking Silder back to the cave entrance?
I'm gonna escort him to the beginning of the cave.
Are you sure you don't want to just give him a torch?
This way I can also see if there's anything else that's coming from behind us.
Okay.
Just a argument's sake.
Okay, so you lead him through, and as you pass by the wolf cave, you see them just gnawing on bones. There's nothing left of the corpses at all, other than a few scant bits of their ragtag armor and some snapped bone pieces.
In the meantime, while we already dragged that, I'm motioning for Grenton so we can hide in this wall back here.
Okay.
So we can keep an eye on whatever comes through. We would attack.
Okay. So you guys are at the ready.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way to the cave entrance with Silder, and you guys peer out. You see him kind of cock his ear to the side, kind of scan the tree line. Doesn't see anything. He goes, "I've got this. Go give them a hand."
Okay.
And you see him kind of very, very quickly kind of dart side to side. Very evident of his prior military training to do his best to kind of stay out of sight lines.
I head back up to the rest of my party.
Okay. All right. Kismet arrives, and you see the two of them kind of backs pressed against the wall, hands on their weapons.
Nothing
What do
yet.
you gentlemen do?
I'm actually, first of all, I'm gonna try to do cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
And cure wounds would be a 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay. So that's 1d8 plus 3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see it.
That's 7.
7 total. You regain 7 hit points.
Alright, puts me all the way up.
Nice.
And then after that, since I'm now full heal, even though I have to use one spell slot, I'll actually go ahead and motion for them for us to actually start going forward.
Okay. All right, the passageway is... so it starts at 10 feet, but it quickly narrows to 5 feet, which right as it opens up above the stream. The bridge is only 5 feet wide. I mean, clearly Goblin made for small individuals, but it's just wide enough for you guys to pass through single file. So your marching order is...
Grenton,
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
And I will take up the rear.
Okay. All right, and your light source is still blazing on your shield?
I'm actually gonna let it go.
Okay, you're gonna shut the light off?
Is it completely dark?
It is pitch black in here.
Okay.
As soon as his spell goes out, you are plunged in darkness, and all you hear is the faint trickling of the stream about 20 feet below you.
Torch?
That's what I actually was gonna do. So it doesn't seem unnatural because it's a red light.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna bring out a torch, and on purpose, I'm actually gonna keep it lower so it seems like it's actually more of a smaller creature to scare.
Okay.
And I go, I light it.
I mean, I appreciate it. I have flint. Thank you.
Don't waste it.
I'm actually used to it, so
Yeah.
All right.
He kind of just goes,
instinctively I just go like that.
he goes like this.
I put it right in front
Puts
of
it
his
close
face.
to my face and I just... Now I can see.
It's good to have dragon men as your friends.
Can I stealthily move forward?
All right. You can certainly try.
Right.
You moving or attempting to move stealthily, roll a stealth check at disadvantage. So roll 2d20s and keep the lower of the two results.
I'm not stealthy at all. Not even like...
Are you clanging?
And the total number was 3.
Or 15, whichever one you want to create.
Well,
I think a disadvantage means...
you think you're at 15,
I thought we just
but the objective reality
I thought
is
we'd meet halfway. Is that how it works?
the two of you hear him like pick up one foot, gently set it down, and hear a clank,
Kick a rock.
and he picks up another foot daintily, clank.
As my
But-
shield is scraping along the wall. Guys, you guys be quiet back there.
Shut up!
Yeah. I rolled a 14 and a 2.
All right, so as you continue forward, Val, you're holding a torch. Did you put the torch in the hand where your shield was, or is that in the hand where your mace was?
Mace.
Okay, so instead of your mace, you've got the torch in hand.
Yeah.
All right, and you're holding it down
Like
by
lower,
towards your
yeah.
feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, Grenton, with the faint bit of torchlight, as you kind of come around the corner here, you see that the cavern sort of loops around and opens up into a larger space. And very quickly, as you scan the room around, as the torchlight now starts to flood into the room, you see a cavern that's about 25, 30 feet by about 20 feet, kind of ovoid shape. And from the ceiling, you can see a small waterfall coming out of a crack in the ceiling, filling a large pool in the center of this room, which is lined by these large stones, kind of creating a kind of a segregated pool area to collect water, like a cistern almost. And standing in it, you see 1, 2, 3 goblins.
Are they like taking showers?
Do they see me?
They see you, and the 2 of them let arrows fly.
Of course they do. That's what they're going for, apparently.
All right, so as we kick off yet another fun and exciting combat, what I need from you gentlemen is initiative, please.
Did you get
Mine's better.
No.
yours is better.
Okay. Val, what did you get?
2?
A 2.
Jesus.
All right. Grenton.
2.
Oh, lordy.
I sneezed, but I still got a 2.
All right. And Kismet.
Has a headache. 16.
16.
All right.
Wow.
Can you do anything from way back there?
Yeah, he can actually.
All right.
And by the way, I'm like, goblins!
Right from the get, the 2 arrows come flying at Grenton.
No.
All right, the first one is a 5.
No.
Goes very, very wide. The second one is a 16.
No.
All right, that one, you pull your shield up just in time, it dings right off of it. Now, first up is the goblin in the middle of the 3 of them, and he, instead of having any weapons in his hand, you see he has a mallet, and he starts smashing onto the rocks. And
What is he doing?
ooh,
He's probably calling for
with that roll, you see him smash open a divot in the little rail right here as the water rushes in here, splashing over the 2 of you before pulling out the side of the bridge down into the stream below, just before reaching Kismet. So I need a strength saving throw from both Grenton and Val.
No, he's huge. Are you sure I have to do this? Oh, strength check?
Yes.
That is 21.
No, strength saving throw, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
20?
Yeah, 21.
21 and 20.
20.
All right. The torrent of water slams against your legs. You guys kind of shift for a minute, but you catch it on the back foot and maintain your feet.
Yeah, that'd be some pretty good water.
Yeah, it's a wall of water about 2.5, 3 feet in height, coming right at you guys.
Just little waves like go to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like stepping into a warm bath.
Cue the beach people.
All right, Kismet, you see this water rush at you and then pour out the sides of the bridge. What do you do, sir?
So from where I'm at, can I see this 3rd goblin over here around the corner?
You can kind of see him from that position. He is at 3/4 cover from where you are at.
All right. Let's see if I can pull some shenanigans. All right. I'm gonna use the dash action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
All right, so you're taking the dash action so you can double move.
all the way over to here. That
All
puts
right.
me at 55.
All right, so you run back the way you came, down through that narrow passage, charging up the stream to meet them from the other side.
Correct. And now he no longer has that much cover. Correct.
From that current angle, being how he's half in the water right now as it's rushing out, he still has half cover.
That was a bonus movement. All right. Well, for bonus action, I'm bringing out my giant tentacle. I'm going to put it between, I guess, what is this? We call him 1 or 3.
That is number 3.
All right, between 2 and 3.
Okay.
My giant tentacle is going
So you
to
make another invocation, and all of a sudden the two... Well, actually, Grenton, you're the only one right now who can see the purple tentacle come lunging out of the water again at one of the goblins.
I smile and laugh so Eddie knows what probably just happened. So I'm like,
All right.
And to complete the bonus action, I will have him attack that guy right there, number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, no, he does not.
So
I take it
For
eight
show.
misses.
an 8 is unfortunately not enough. It tries to wrap him up, and he nimbly jumps out of its way. All right, we are now at Goblin number 1. Is going to take another shot at Grenton with his short bow.
no,
Oh no, that is a 5.
no.
He sneaks back.
Yeah, that arrow falls pitifully short. And then the third goblin is going to take a short bow shot at Kismet, who has just come around the corner, and I'm assuming an 8 does not hit.
No, it does not.
No, it goes careening off of the stone wall right in front of you.
Now, out of curiosity, since I'm in the water as well, do I have half cover?
From his position, yes. All right, so now we are to Val and Grenton at the same initiative order, so you two can choose who goes first.
I'll go first.
All right, Grenton, what are we doing?
So I'm going to rush this goblin over here.
All right, you're going to rush in front of Goblin number 1,
Yes, and attack.
stepping up to the plate, swing, and
Attack. A 20.
20 will hit. Let's see the
Modified, right?
damage.
Yes, modified 20, not natural. And 9 damage.
9 damage to number 1. You come charging up to him, swing the sword, bury it right through his clavicle and halfway into his chest.
Nice.
It sputters and spits blackish blood onto your blade and just collapses.
I see my brother doing that, and I grin.
That is a move and an attack. You have any bonus actions that you would like to do?
No, sir.
All right, then we are at Val.
Val is actually gonna use the same torch. And he's gonna toll the dead that number 2 guy.
All right, wave your torch at Goblin number 2, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, and since I'm smashing the torch against the shield, I wanted to like the flames. You can actually see like the flame waving.
You do see this when you smash it on there to cast a spell. There is sort of this undulation of the light a little bit as you can see the kind of necrotic energy pulse through the light waves.
Yes.
And he rolls an 8.
And 8 does not save.
He fails, so he takes the brunt of the damage.
So 1d8 since he doesn't have any damage.
No,
Correct?
he is still fresh.
That's a 4.
4 damage. All right. You see him reel in pain and kind of just snarl, just as you see his eyes kind of glaze over for a moment and refocus. And he just stares hatefully at you.
Good for him.
All right. Any
I'm
movement?
still grinning because of my brother. I'm actually gonna take a few steps back, to be honest, just to so I can watch from up top on the bridge.
Okay.
The same direction that Kismet is actually looking at that number 3 guy.
Okay.
But like, I mean, I just want
You kind of just hunker down a little bit?
yeah.
Okay. All right, that can afford you a small amount of cover from his angle.
Because there's still a hallway right here. Correct?
Yes.
And that means that they can't see me. Like number 2 can't see me from there.
No, number 2 cannot see you from his current position. Number 3 can, but hunkered down, you do afford yourself some cover. All right, so we're back up the top. Number 2 is going to take a step towards Grenton with his big maul and take a swing at you.
No.
And that is a 17 to hit.
No.
And you parry the swing.
Grenton just said no.
No.
All right. And then he is going to, as a bonus action, take the disengage action and
gets to
continue
attack.
his movement. Disengage prevents
That's
opportunity attacks. So that was
Just making sure you're
1,
paying attention.
2, and he runs into this cavern over here, which you can't quite see since your light source is mostly gone at this point.
Sweet.
You see you kind of catch a little bit of movement as he disappears in here, and you think he's in here somewhere, but you
Cool.
can't quite see.
Alrighty.
All right, and we are at Kismet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Eldritch Blast number 3.
All right.
And that is a 19.
19 will hit. Let's see the damage.
This is 1d10. I'm going to pull back. Have my crazy little glowing arm, and that is 10.
10 damage. You fire the burst of eldritch energy at him, slamming him up against the wall, and you just see this burst of blood as his head snaps against the rock wall, and he just slowly slides down.
My tentacle is up for 1 minute.
Okay.
So as a bonus action, until we get into the next room, I'm going to have it follow me.
Okay. All right. So that was an attack action. So what are you doing? Any movement?
Yeah, I'm going to move around. Do you have 10, 15, 20? Yep. I'm going to come up here beside Grenton, and I'm going to look down this little cavern way.
Okay. As you look into the next room, you see another small enclosed cavern. And you can see the little goblin who had just taken off, kind of backing away towards the far wall in here.
Okay, so as my bonus action, I'm going to have my tentacle move over here
Okay.
and take a thwap at him.
Okay. And you see this weird watery fissure, Grenton, kind of move through the solid stone beneath your feet as the tentacle just slithers right past you, and it
So creepy.
Excuse us. Survey says 12.
12 is unfortunately insufficient. It reaches for the goblin, but he bobs and weaves.
I mean, it looks cool though.
It is quite the visual. I will give you that. All right, and we are at Val and Grenton. Grenton, you and your current position can't see anything. Val, you are currently kind of out of sight line for most everything at the moment.
If I can go first, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Go for it.
So I'm actually gonna start running through the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just get right in front of Val with the torch.
Okay, as you run into the room here, you see from around the corners you go charging in, a mace comes swinging towards your face. Ooh, and that is a 13, which I think is insufficient to hit.
It does not hit.
It
Yeah.
just narrowly flies over your head as you see this hulking, hairy goblinoid figure
Whoa.
standing over you with this evil-looking mace in his hand, and it just snarls angrily at you.
I'm like, whoa, what the heck?
I mean,
In the room here, you see two other goblin figures and a very large, angry, snarling wolf.
man, if only that tentacle would have attracted that attention first.
Oh, I can't attack what I can't see.
True story.
Okay, so that was your movement.
Yeah, it is. So, as for my attack, I'm actually, yeah, there's a wolf right there inside. There's a wolf, 3 goblins, and what is? Well, we don't know what it is. It's just a.
It's a large, hairy goblinoid who stands a good 6.5 feet tall.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna try to charm person on that goblinoid thing.
Okay, and he has to make a saving throw, I believe.
Yeah, you have to do a wisdom saving throw. Now it does say that you do so at advantage if they're if we're fighting with it.
Gotcha. Okay, wisdom saving throw with advantage.
And at the same time, so the way I do it is I'm gonna cast Charm Person. I'm gonna say, wait, they sent us
Okay.
So that's with advantage because what?
because we're fighting against them.
Are we actually fighting it?
Yeah, so basically it will be a disadvantage on my case if I had to roll. Because we're technically fighting them.
Yeah, since you guys are acting, both parties are acting aggressively towards each other. All right, so that's a 15 and a 14.
Yeah, with that 15, yeah.
He saves? All right.
He had to beat a 13.
So as you try to cast the spell in his direction, it just kind of evilly grins and goes, "Clark not easily fooled."
Okay.
All right. And so that was Val. So we are at Grenton, correct?
Yes.
All right.
So I'm right there with him, right?
Right behind me.
You are right behind him, yes.
Can I hit him from there?
He is just within melee range of you, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use Breath Weapon. I'm going to try, since it's a 15-foot cone, to angle it and get him as well as the little goblin behind him.
All right, so you're going to cast on the large goblinoid and try to hit the smaller goblin behind him?
Yes.
All right.
So that's a dex saving throw.
That is a dex saving throw for each of them as you rear back and a torrent of flame issues out of your mouth. Let's do the large goblinoid first. And he rolls a 17.
That saves.
All right, he saves, and then the goblin is going to roll a 15.
What do you need?
A 14.
All right, so they
They still take
both save, but they do take half damage from the attack.
Yeah, they do. So, there you go.
So,
Yeah, not for nothing.
Sweet.
All right, so roll those two,
So 11
and then
damage.
11 was the damage.
Would that be
So you take half, so is that
Six?
5 or 6?
That is 5.
Okay.
In 5th edition D&D, you always round down.
And then 7. So he'll take...
No.
No, it's
You already rolled
it's
for
one
total.
damage roll.
Ah, cool. Okay.
All right. So you see the large goblinoid get singed a little bit from it, but you see the smaller goblin just get bathed in most of the flame, and it's just kind of screaming and trying to put itself out. It is still on its feet, but it looks horribly, horribly burned.
Yes! Sorry, I mean,
No, yes, that's correct.
Okay, do you want to move or hold position? That was just an attack.
Get in their face. No, don't do it.
No, I'm going to stay right where I'm at because I'm still in melee range.
Okay, you're gonna hold
So-
position.
I'm good where I'm at. The other 2 goblins can't see me. Can he see me?
Let me see here.
Or if I
Yeah,
kinda move.
the goblin that ran into the cavern can see you just fine. You do have half cover because you do have a friend blocking the line of sight a little bit.
Brother.
And the goblin in the back left corner there, he also, you are kind of granted cover just due to the placement of everyone in the room at current.
Okay,
Got it.
that's fine.
God, I need to get out of here.
Okay, so back to the top of the initiative order now with our new friends from this room. And you see the wolf charge forward and take a snap at you, Val.
You wish.
Can I attempt
Do
at, like a charm and do my whistle that I used to feed him when I fed him the goblins? Because I made sure to make an audible.
What if it's not
noise
the
during
same
the
wolf?
feed. I can attempt it.
You can, you know
thinking
what?
It is because I went.
For a bonus action, I'll let you make an animal handling check to see if it responds to you.
Okay. That is 11.
11. No, it has eyes only for Val, apparently.
Thank
In a
you
very, very
Sorry,
hungry
try it.
manner. All right.
Try again.
At the end of today, it'll be like, bro.
And so the wolf lunges at you, getting advantage because it has allies next to you, and that is a 18 to hit, Val.
It does.
It
Scratch
does.
me a little bit.
All right. As its teeth clamp onto your upper thigh.
How sharp are they?
Oh, they are very sharp and very pointy. And that is a total of 5 damage to you. As it starts tearing meat right through the armor. Okay. Kismet.
All right, I'm swinging for the fences.
So fine.
All right.
Remember me fondly, folks. All right, so I'm going to take my movement 5, 10, 15.
Oh my god.
All right. You charge right into the middle of everyone.
Can I open my eyes like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, as the pain is arcing up your leg from this large wolf just gnawing on you, Kismet goes pushing past you, and your eyes are like, what am I seeing right now?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crouch down in a ball and kind of fling my arms open like I'm trying to radiate something. I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar.
Okay.
Whoa.
And Arms of Hadar does what, sir?
All right, so you invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger.
Oh my god.
Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you.
Okay.
Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn.
Okay.
On a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effect.
All right, so that is literally everybody but you and that one goblin.
Yes.
Okay.
Swing for the axes.
So, let's go clockwise, starting at the noon position from you. So that would be the large goblinoid who identified himself as Clarg, and that is a strength saving throw, you said?
That is correct.
Okay.
DC of 14.
Clarg rolls a 13.
Ooh,
Fail.
yeah.
So he fails. Next up would be Grenton. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, that is all creatures. That sucks. Sorry, guys.
Am I within 10 feet?
You are within 10 feet of him, yes. Unfortunately, this dark energy is lunging at you as well.
Even with half cover?
Unfortunately, it's how the
15!
that's how Hadar goes.
15.
All right. That's a save. Val. Strength saving throw, please, sir.
Actually, the strength saving throw?
Uh-huh.
19.
19. Owie. That looks like owie.
So what do I have to roll?
A strength saving throw?
What I don't have?
Yeah.
That's 3.
A 3. That's
Yeah.
that's not promising. Okay, and then the wolf also has to make a strength saving throw. Oh, he
Sorry.
What was that running thing?
he
you wanted
rolls
to
a
do?
3.
That's a fail.
So the wolf fails,
right.
and then the first goblin, rolls a natural 20.
So he takes
Minus
half.
1 is a 19.
So he takes half.
And then the burned goblin, he rolls a grand total of 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
So
what
it's-
is the full damage of this attack?
8?
Total of 8. So if you failed, you take a total of 8 damage. If you succeeded, you take 4. So, Larg takes 8. The wolf takes 8. The first goblin is torn to shreds by that attack. And the second goblin, who also failed, is also torn to shreds. So both goblins, you see these dark tendrils just erupt out of the ground, and you just see their bodies just manipulated in horrifying angles, and then vaguely from the torchlight you see parts that were connected no longer connected as they're strewn about the room. Val, where are you at?
I drop.
All right, Val drops. What is your current hit point value, sir?
A -2.
You are at -2. All right.
Oh, so you're fine.
So you see the tendrils grab hold of Val and slam him into the ground, and he lays there unmoving.
If I wake up, you better run.
Oh, sure. I'm terribly scared. So for my bonus action, I'm going to have the tentacle move up a little bit
Okay.
and attack that big hairy beastie.
All right. Attack Clarg with the tentacle.
That's a 10.
That is a 10. Unfortunately, it reaches towards him, and he nimbly, for such a large creature, he moves very fast and ducks out of the way. All right. That was a round for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So this.
I want to convey to the listeners that Rob keeps saying I'm sorry, and I'm
Stroking your beard in unhappiness.
yep.
All right. Well, seeing that horrifying display, our surviving goblin in the corner pulls his short bow and takes aim at Kismet. Oh, that misses terribly with a 4 total.
Nice.
Goes very, very wide. He can barely see through all the dark energy emanating around. We are now at Clark, who is going to turn on Kismet. It is slammed down with his very large, angry mace. Oh, that is a 23 to hit.
Ooh.
Barely.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And that is a total of 8 damage
All
as
right.
this mace smashes into you.
Is it a total of we're never gonna get out of here alive?
Once again, Val and I are twins because I am down at -2.
Jeez.
And
Great.
And as you go
my
unconscious,
tentacle goes away.
the tentacle, Grenton, you watch the tentacle just ethereally melt away into steam or water vapor. You can't tell from this distance as you look over and you see that Kismet as well is laying on the ground.
Fantastic.
All right.
And who is left enemy-wise?
All right. You
puppy.
see the wolf, you see Clark, and you know there's at least one other figure in the room that shot an arrow.
Oh gosh.
And so now we are. Let's first do Val. I need a death saving throw, sir.
All right, here we go. That's a 17.
17, that's a save.
Right.
All right, and that is your whole turn. So, Grenton,
Yeah.
what do you do, sir?
I think.
Wow, this is a hard decision.
I mean, how badly damaged does Clark look now that I've breath fire? He's been beaten up a little.
Clark looks worse for wear. He's still very much in fighting condition.
Okay.
Decisions. All right, Grenton.
All right. So, I mean, I just saw my brother just get annihilated right now, and then our companion that we just met a couple days ago also get kind of wrecked. Let's go all out and see what we can do. So I'm gonna attack Clark.
Okay.
My awesome sword of killing things. And that is a 16.
A 16 is exactly what you need to hit.
Yeah.
Let's see the damage.
Oh, okay. 5.
5. All right.
You roll a 1.
All right. So you definitely take a chunk of meat out of him with that swing. He snarls angrily at you. You can see he is pretty hurt at this point.
Like emotionally?
Yes, you hit him right in the memories.
Right in the feels.
Right, yeah. He's bleeding from his feels now.
Aw.
You hear emo music and everything.
And I feel bad. He does have kind of emo haircut.
All right, so holding your position?
Well, I can't really take a disengage.
Unfortunately not, and if you do move from that position,
Yeah.
he would get a free attack of opportunity.
So I'm going to, for the purpose of it looks cool, throw my shield up and ready.
Alrighty. Well, first, this little guy is going to scamper around to try to get a clean shot at you with his short bow.
But I still have cover, right?
Since he is small and the figure between you and him is medium, you do get a little bit of cover. He only rolls a 13 though.
No.
All right. And he manages to actually shoot so wide he doesn't hit anything, because he could have accidentally hit his ally.
You should have.
Now it is Clark. He's going to wind up with his mace and try to say hello with it.
No.
That is a 22 to hit.
Damn. No.
All right, that is a total of 7 damage.
Okay.
Oh my god. I can
Alright.
just. Here, question.
Doesn't he get like 4 attacks per round?
Not yet. All right, so coming back in. All right, and that is a total of 7 damage to you as the mace impacts.
Ouch.
All right, so it is back to Val.
I
can skip
believe
me.
that I have to do a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He
To
has to
save
do
me.
it that same
That's
time.
At the top
That
of
is
the order.
true, yes. I'm sorry, I misread the initiative order. Actually, it is not your turn yet, because the wolf also gets his turn. He steps over Val's unconscious body on the ground
I don't think so.
and tries to take a bite
I
out
call
of
it
you.
intimidation.
And even with advantage, it only rolls a 16 to hit.
No, it does not hit. Why does he get advantage?
Where are you wasting?
Because he has an ally within 5 feet of you.
Pack tactics.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you bring up the shield and you see the teeth just clamp onto the edge of it as you push him off.
That's a good question, though. Like as to why.
All right, Kismet. I need a death saving throw from you, sir.
20. Okay, that's a fail.
That is one fail.
That's the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah.
You shouldn't call them out.
I deserve a failure because of that. It's all right.
Okay, and we are now back to Val.
20.
I mean, you can just skip me.
I mean, we could, but we're not going to.
That's an 11.
11 is still a save.
Yeah.
Not getting any better, but fortunately not getting any worse.
Okay, is it my
just-
turn?
It is.
Okay.
I just got stepped on by a wolf,
But
All
don't
right.
you die?
though. Not yet.
So, lay on hands is an action, right?
Lay on hands would be a full action, yes.
Yes. I'm just gonna attack.
All right.
Clark.
All right. Batter up.
Yeah. 25.
Oh, that will hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, 19.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh
very
my
nice.
god. He really felt that.
10 damage.
For 10 damage.
Jesus.
You see Clark kind of leer and snarl at you, grinning. You just wind back, reaching kind of around the corner, almost awkwardly, and yet pulling your momentum around. You feel the clang as your blade hits rock, and you're like, I could have sworn I hit, until you see Clark's head just roll forward off of his shoulders.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah!
My
All right.
I roar as much dragon roar I have.
And then a wolf takes you down.
All right, so you still, unfortunately, you do have a wolf in front of you with a goblin in the back of the room still.
Is
You
he in
wanna-
front of me enough to where it would be... I can't run away without a...
Correct. If you move more than 5 feet away from him, he would be able to take a snap at you. No longer at advantage because he has no more allies in the vicinity.
I moved 3.5 feet
To the edge of the square.
You lean jauntingly.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty, so we are now to the wolf. He tries to take another bite out of you. Oh, not with a 9, he's not.
No, he's not.
And as an arrow comes flying your way, that is a 16.
That does not hit.
The wolf is still in front of the goblin, correct?
It is, which grants him partial cover.
Okay.
The goblin, actually, with a 16, manages to hit the wolf.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It is a day of friendly fire, apparently.
Yeah, it is.
Rob.
Hits the wolf's center mass. You see the wolf as it's still snarling and chewing on, trying to chew on your shield. You just see an arrow just come out from the back of his head, out one of its eyes,
Oh my god.
as it's just still hanging on your shield, and you just feel its body weight just trying to pull your arm down as its eyes just go blank.
Oh my god.
And you see from behind, you see the torchlight still hanging from Val's unconscious hand. In the light, you see the goblin just kind of have this oh crap look on his face.
He's taken damage.
He no, that one is fresh.
Okay.
Okay, so we are now to Kismet.
Kismet.
Okay, I guess I'll see if I can actually do the saving throw. I'm dead. Outright.
That is a 1. That is 2
Yep.
failures.
I am dead. Outright dead.
All right, unfortunately, you bleed out. A moment of silence for our fallen warlock.
Is that like the one last breath kind of thing?
Yeah, that's the
What is that called?
my soul.
The last gasp.
Yeah.
It's
No, there is a name for that.
Yeah, it's a death rattle.
Oh, that's what it is.
All right, so
Salmon reference.
now, Grenton.
I rush the goblin.
Okay.
stepping over this wolf's face and rush the goblin directly in his face with screams and yells and horror and terror as I do so.
All right. You do see it has very clearly a pants shitting look on its
I
face.
bet it does. I'm like 4 times inside. And I'm angry as hell. And that's not good. That's an 8.
That is an 8. Unfortunately, with all your bravado, you swing wide and it just kind of...
Well, it's little, I missed.
Yeah, you swung a little too high. Val, I need a death saving throw from you, sir.
It's a 13.
As a 13, that is your 3rd save. You are stabilized.
Yes.
See, I didn't kill you.
Thank God.
And now the goblin
Not mine.
in your grill drops his short bow, pulls his scimitar, and tries to swing at you.
No.
Oh, that is very much a no with a grand total of 4.
No.
He is absolutely terrified of you.
I'm attacking.
All right.
Thank you, Timora.
Yes. 21.
21 will hit.
5.
You see him just kind of wave his sword kind of at you. You're not even attempting to get out of the way. He's not even coming anywhere near you. And you just kind of laugh at him and just run him through.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you kind of shake your sword a little bit to get this wretched little form off your long blade, you turn around, and you look at your brother, you see him breathing very shallow, still alive, but laying unconscious on the ground. But as you look over at Kismet's dead body, you see something incredibly strange in the torchlight. You see one of his eyes open. And before, where you saw these kind of, even for a tiefling, relatively normalish eyes, the eye that opens is this amber color with a black slit pupil, kind of dark, looking all around the room, looking almost frantically, looks at you, and you see the lids of the eye kind of narrow a little bit, bowing in the center as opposed to sides like normal. And then the eye closes. And you see his body kind of shake and writhe. And as you get a little bit closer to it, you can see shapes under the skin moving and undulating, almost in a fashion similar to the tentacle that he would summon from time to time. And all of a sudden his body just jerks and he coughs and a little bit of water comes out of his mouth and he just starts hacking, and then you hear him rasping and breathing. Somehow he's still alive. Thank you for listening to House of Crit Presents The Lost Mine of Phandelver. Join us next time as the adventure continues. If you like our content, please like, share, and comment. For more House of Crit, you can join us at houseofcrit.com and on our YouTube channel. Click on the links in the description below for more Dungeons & Dragons content, and be sure to check out Behind the Screen, a roundtable discussion featuring the Dungeon Masters of House of Crit. Thank you for listening to House of Crit Presents The Lost Mine of Phandelver. Join us next time as the adventure continues. If you like our content, please like, share, and comment. For more House of Crit, you can join us at houseofcrit.com and on our YouTube channel. Click on the links in the description below for more Dungeons & Dragons content, and be sure to check out Behind the Screen, a roundtable discussion featuring the Dungeon Masters of House of Crit.